want you today to decide, I am going to become disciplined. That should be your only fucking goal, because if you develop the ability to say no to the guys' nights, to say no to the alcohol, if you develop that discipline, how different will your life look a year from now?
The reason discipline is hard to maintain is because it is hard to maintain. That's what makes discipline hard, and it is work to maintain the discipline. That's what it is, work. Holding the line, maintaining the standard, giving no slack, none. That's the discipline. That's the discipline, and it is hard. And if there's one thing I would say that does make it easier, it's to envision what it feels like when you're done. What it feels like after you've worked out, or you've held the line on your food intake, or you've pushed through some monotonous project that you have to do. And all those things, when they're done, they feel good. And contrary to that, envision what you will feel like later.
The way the potential transforms itself into actuality is through discipline. And so then you, as you said, this is the trick though. You have to pick a path of discipline. What path of discipline you have to pick is a different issue. So there could be a rule. The rule might not be follow this rule. The rule might be you have to follow some rules. So it's a meta rule. And the meta rule is you have to discipline yourself. And the issue is, well, how? That's not really the relevant question. You can pick a disciplinary path. That's why I often tell my clients, especially young people, they say, well, I don't know what to do. It's like, that's okay. Nobody does. Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not going to be perfect, and it will change along the way. But it will change partly because you become disciplined pursuing the path. And as you become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser, you become able to formulate better and better plans. So you can start vaguely and confused and develop a plan that's not so great, and you start to implement it. And then you accrue incremental wisdom as you implement your flawed plan. And that enables you to fix the plan. And so that's part of that process of incremental self-improvement.
Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days.
Wow,
Some
really?
days, yeah, sometimes I got motivation. Some days I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great.
Yeah.
And I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable.
Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes, and it doesn't matter whether it's there or not. Discipline is infinitely more important. No matter how you feel, get up and do what you're supposed to do. That's it. And that's discipline. That's not motivation. If you only did what you were supposed to do when you were motivated to do it, that's leaving it to chance. But if you're disciplined, you go do what you're supposed to do. That's the way it works.
The key to discipline. Start with the little disciplines, get excited over the little disciplines, and get right on those, because those will lead to the big ones. You can't handle the big challenges in life unless you take on the little ones. Make a list of all the things you can do, get right on those, discipline yourself for those, both for the results and for the muscle and for the practice, so that when life hands you some big challenges, you'll be ready, you'll have the muscle.
You're not gonna change yourself overnight. You gotta start small. You gotta start small. Like a little thing, a little movement. That's what it takes. You're not gonna do it all in one day. You're not even gonna do it all in 1 week. You're not even gonna do it all in 1 month. But you know what? It starts in 1 minute. And that minute is now.
I do what I hate to do, but I do it like I love it. And that's discipline. Without discipline, you're nothing. Because without discipline, the slightest struggle you get then.
Imagine this, if you're like, well, I'm only gonna do my best marketing if I'm motivated. I'm gonna do my best sales calls if I'm motivated. I'm gonna go and work out like a beast, but only if I'm motivated. But if I didn't sleep well, if it's raining, if it's cold, if I got indigestion, if I had a nightmare, if I just woke up on the wrong side of bed because I'm a little fucking baby bitch, then I'm not gonna go work out. I'm just gonna dog it. Listen, you can't just do the things that you want to do when you're motivated or when things are going in your favor. You have to do these things even when you're not motivated, even when you're tired, even when you're exhausted, even when it's cold, even when it's snowing, even when it's raining, even if you had a nightmare, and even if your sad little baby boy ass woke up on the wrong side of bed, which happens to me often. I wake up bitter and angry some days, but I'm not looking for motivation because I have discipline. No matter what happens, I will still do the things I'm going to do to create the outcome that I'm focused on and that I consistently work towards.
And motivation in and of itself is a scam. I don't believe in motivation. I believe in discipline. I am not motivated to do the things I'm supposed to do every day. I don't wake up full of like joy that I have to go to the gym or that I have to work or gotta deal with crap. I don't feel motivated to do them. I'm disciplined. I do them regardless of how I feel. Whether I'm in the mood to do it or I'm not in the mood to do it, it gets done. That's discipline. Discipline's a real thing. Motivation is fleeting.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be permanently motivated. So when someone comes along and says, oh, do what you're passionate about, what they're saying is you'll have endless motivation and then you'll be able to try hard. If you're the kind of person who can only try hard at something he enjoys, then you're gonna fail. Because most things you enjoy don't pay any money.
You're not gonna change yourself overnight. You gotta start small. You gotta start small. Like a little thing, a little movement. That's what it takes. You're not gonna do it all in one day. You're not even gonna do it all in 1 week. You're not even gonna do it all in 1 month. But you know what? It starts in 1 minute. And that minute is now.
How can you handle this? Rule number 1 is to get vitamin N. Vitamin N? Yes, that's the rule number 1. You need to inject yourself with vitamin N. N is for? N is to learn to say no. That's a vitamin. Yeah, that's how to get self-discipline. Secondly, is setting your priorities right. Thirdly, is avoid complaining. Those are the 3 factors which can lead you to self-discipline.
Be really intentional with what it is that you want. Like, if you're subconsciously have told yourself, like, man, I'm just a lazy person. Like, you know, maybe you don't have to say it outward. So if you're subconsciously telling yourself, I'm a lazy person, I'm the kind of person that kind of gives up, I've got no work ethic, that gives up easily, then you will always show up lazy. You will always show up and give up when things get a little tough. If you start saying that my identity is that I'm going to be a disciplined human, I'm going to be a disciplined woman, I'm going to be a disciplined man. Once you take on that identity, now you have to do the things that discipline requires. And discipline doesn't care if you're tired. You're tired? Do it anyway, right? Discipline says, oh, you don't feel good. Well, do it anyway. Discipline says, it's raining outside and it's cold and it's windy. Do it anyway.